Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to make these inexpensive treat ornaments that you can give to friends and family this year. This video is brought to you by Rubber Stamp Tapestry. You can find them at pegstamps.com, and I'll be using their stamps to decorate our little ornament wreaths here. The first step is to take a piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and fold it the hot dog way and then crease it. Then you can either take a circle die that's about 3.5 inches wide, or you can trace a cup that's about that size, and you want to cut it so that you have a little bit of the edge of the die hanging off the side, so you end up with a hinged card basically. And you'll be able to get 3 of these from one sheet of cardstock, and this is going to make your ornament. So very simple, easy to line up. I love it. So after you've got that piece done, you need to figure out what you're going to use for a treat shaker. And I know the company Jillibean Soup makes them, and you can buy them in the big box craft stores. You can also find them online. But what you want to do is you want to figure out what size it is and use a die or trace around it and cut it out by hand. Either way is fine. You can see that one fits really well. I was just testing it out there to show you. And now what you're going to do is open up your card so it looks like a toilet seat basically, and you're going to stamp your sentiments on the back of the ornament. You can see you're going to have plenty of space to write a to and from on there. I really like this because it's just so neat and tidy when you're all done. So to make your wreath here, I'm going to start off with this cute set of Christmas bulbs. I really like stuff like this because it's really easy to stamp. You don't have to nestle in greenery. So if you're a beginner, I would recommend this set. It's only 2 peg stamps. It's very inexpensive. And I'm just cleaning my stamp off between colors so that I get some, nice vivid colors here. Then I'm taking a green water-based marker. This is a Tombow, and I'm just drawing a line from bulb to bulb. So it looks like, how Christmas lights have that green cord usually, so it matches a Christmas tree. And that's all there is to that. Now, if you want to do something a little bit more elaborate, there are other peg stamp sets that have more stamps in them, and they'll have different focal points and usually greenery so that you can really fill out a scene. So this is going to take a little more planning. I started with my boldest color and my most solid ornament first, and then I start filling in with some of the smaller ones. Now, if you're not careful and you don't clean your stamps in between colors, you're going to get some mud. And you can see that one of my ornaments is kind of this dull, pukey green color because I didn't clean it off before I went to the yellow. And you just basically want to fill in. And there's really no wrong way to do it. It's going to look cute in any event, but when you're working with a bunch of different stamps, you really do have to plan, especially if there's going to be any overlapping. So I start with my biggest image here for the poinsettia, and I spaced them around the circle. Then I went with my next biggest image, which was the holly leaf, and I'm nestling that in here and there. I did put a few pine cones in before the holly leaf just to kind of map that space out. And now I'm filling in with a pine tassel because it's a little more airy and I can stamp over stuff without losing my original design. I felt like that needed a little something, so I'm taking a little ink blending brush. Now this is just a makeup brush from the dollar store, and I'm adding a little yellow ink just to fill in because it just, next to the really bright green and bright red, that white paper just looks really unattractive, I think. So with this, I felt like I needed something. You could also do a lighter green if you don't want to do the yellow there. And what I should have done was put a post-it note to protect the back side of those cards so I wouldn't have that messy ink on the back. So how you live and learn. Now I'm filling my treat cups with some candies, and I'm just using the Holiday Mix Skittles because that's what they had handy at the store. But you could use M&Ms or whatever you like. And if you don't want to make a treat ornament, you could put any sort of sequins or shaker stuff so that it can just be a kept ornament. I used a heavy duty cardstock for this, so it's really sturdy. I also used a hot glue gun to glue in some ribbon so I could have hanging loop for it. And now I'm just going to put some glue around the edges and close the ornament, and that is going to seal everything up, and it's going to line up perfectly because we cut it out together as one piece. So you want to do that for each of your ornaments, and how cute is that? So the next thing that we're going to do is decorate it. If you want to add any other decorations, which you don't have to, I thought just a simple bow would work really well. So I am using this little bow tool that my husband made me. It's like a block of wood with some holes drilled in it that fit some dowels so that I can use that for making my bows. And I just made a simple double looped bow here. I wrapped it around twice and then I pulled the ends together and tied it, and that just gives me a really nice and neat bow. If you're doing this, and I know there's lots of different bow makers that are similar on the market, you may have one, tie your double knot before sliding off the pegs so you don't lose your, you don't like pull your loops through. And then I just used a little dab of hot glue to glue that to the bottom, and that just covers up that little flat spot on the bottom so it looks perfectly round. And there you have it. I want to thank you so much for watching today. If you do want to do any other little decorations, you could take a metallic pen, you could add, like I added some metallic copper at the bottom of these bulbs. That's optional, completely up to you. And you could do some glitter markers or whatever you want. It's a lot of fun. You can customize it however you like, and you can use what you have on hand. If you want these stamps, you can find them at pegstamps.com, the home of rubber stamp tapestry. I thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up before you go. Until next time, happy crafting.